Good morning, magandang umaga at magandang buhay. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng nasa likod ng Philippine Commercial Vehicle Show sa pag-aanyaya at pagkakataon na makasama ang ating transport workers, operators, vendors, partners, at iba pang kababayan mula sa transport sector. Nagsisimula na po ang 20th Congress at excited na kaming tutukan sa Senado ang mga pangunahing reformang kailangan ng bansa. Kasama dyan ang matagal nang inaabangan at pinag-uusapan na Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program o PUVMP. Filipino commuters deserve modern, improved, and convenient PUVs. However, the PUVMP continues to be surrounded by uncertainty. Effective and unified directives from our transport agencies, DOTR, LTFRB, LGUs, LTO, OTC, MMDA have been sadly lacking, even under the new DOTR leadership. It is time for government to match the courage and decisiveness of the true champions of PUV modernization. The 86% of transport cooperatives and corporations today who have already consolidated and invested in the PUVMP. So muli palakpakan po ninyo ang inyong mga sarili. Salamat sa inyong pakikipagtulungan sa kabila ng pagsubok. Friends, I believe in a glass half full approach. Hopefully, with the help of Malacanang, the new DOTR Secretary, and the rest of government, we will find clear, constructive, and audacious solutions to transform our public transport system and the lives of millions of Filipino commuters. Let me be clear. Tuloy po ang PUV modernization. Dapat lang. At bagamat binigyan pa ng palugit ang mga hindi pa consolidated, makukuha lang nila ang benepisyo ng programa kung sila ay magko-consolidate. PUV modernization must move forward. But to do so, we must address systemic issues and the most pressing concerns of cooperatives, operators, drivers, and the riding public alike. We must face hard truths and difficult problems and overcome them. First, route viability remains a question mark since some routes, though essential for communities, aren't immediately commercially viable, making land bank and DBP loans for people plying these areas difficult. Hindi naman pwedeng iwanan at ma-stranded ang mga mananakay sa mga lugar na yan. The DOTR must step up and provide greater equity support for fleet modernization or robust government-paid service. Still, optimistic data on submissions for local public transport route plans, ang walang kamatayang LPTRPs, show that despite challenges, many only need minor LTFRB corrections for accelerated approvals. During the last budget hearings, the LTFRB and DOTR set a target of 50% LPTRP finalization for 2025 and 100% for 2026. Mukhang may buwelo na at kaya nila ito. Second, we must get rid of the favoritism and lack of accountability that plague our agencies. Tama na ang palakasan sa mga, di ba? Tama na. Yung ganyan. Sa mga lokal na opisyal, sa route plans. Dapat tuldukan na rin ang mga kolorum na, yes, tuldukan na silang nakikipagkompetensya sa legitimate co-ops. At minsan, may unfair advantage pa. Hello. I know that the LTFRB is doing its part. So, the Secretary needs to make sure that the LTO remains faithful to this task of protecting compliant businesses. Opo. And of cracking down on the colorums. And the Senate will work with all of you on this issue. And if you have concerns regarding colorums, I will relay them to Secretary Dizon. Third, we must face the big elephant in the room, which is affordability, a crucial element to the success of the PUVM. Sadly, my inquiries into this have revealed that a significant number of PUVMP loans have gone sour, with countless applications unacted upon. A red flag we cannot ignore. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nito ay wala na tayong magagawa. The data we have allows us to understand why the banks now hesitate to approve loan proposals. Perhaps due to missing LPTRPs, perhaps the assigned route is really non-viable and bigger equity from government is required. Or perhaps illegal tricycles on highways reduce the potential ridership of PUVs. At kung alam natin ang problema, malalaman natin kung ano ang magbibigay kumpiyansa sa bangko na magpautang at tumulong. Gamit ang datos ng mga bangko, malalaman natin kung ano ang sumisira o nagpapatibay sa kita ng mga co-op na sa simula ay maayos namang nakakabayad. Once we are able to distill what needs to be done to create and sustain commercial viability, we can justify increasing the PUVMP's equity budget to something like 10 billion pesos a year by the end of the present administration. Diba? We should also explore World Bank programs for electric vehicle financing, a significant potential funding avenue for fleet modernization. With these significant challenges, the PUVMP must feature innovative, inclusive, and yes, audacious solutions. Fortunately, discussions with multiple stakeholders have led to promising recommendations. Let's talk about bulk procurement. Since government provides operators equity for bank loans, it can leverage this position to designate a corporation for bulk procurement of modern fleets. This drives down operator costs through economies of scale and bargaining power, ensuring quality and consistency. Mas marami, mas mura, mas maganda ang sasakyan. We should also look into LGU-provided PUV terminals. We know that operators are often at the mercy of private landowners, including mall owners, who can jack up terminal prices. Oras na para matapos na iyan. Opo. Local government units should provide usufruct for public terminals where demanded. These common terminals should be LGU-financed projects or co-financed with the DOTR. Operators would no longer beg for permits. as these terminals would be publicly accessible and managed. Walang lamangan. Lahat may pantay na access sa terminals. We should also promote flexibility in the form of lease-to-own arrangements to help operators as routes and rules are finalized and clarified, and as rule enforcement becomes credible and consistent. Since these things could take time, cooperatives should be able to initially procure only half their modern fleets. Government procuring or leasing entities can own the remaining half, offering it on a lease-to-own basis. Leasing offers crucial flexibility and lessens early financial exposure. If a route proves unviable, units can be returned. Once risks are addressed, co-ops can transition to ownership. Ang leasing po ay nasa mandato na ng DBP. Ibig sabihin, mas magiging magaan para sa DBM na suportahan ang PUVMP. We should also not forget banks' concerns about the possible loss of significant collateral and resale value of modernized fleets by year 7 under the program. Kung matibay ang sasakyan, maayos ang maintenance, at mas mahaba ang warranty ng manufacturers, mas kayang pahabain at gawing magaan ang pagbabayad. We can secure longer warranties, say up to 10 years, on expensive parts and services. This can be a requirement for modern fleet purchases using government equity grants, extending asset lifespan, and providing peace of mind. Loans can be restructured if cooperatives demonstrate excellent vehicle maintenance, and this can extend the repayment period even further. Of course, all of these PUVMP solutions will not work 100% if traffic congestion remains an unresolved mess. That is why I hope the DOTR and other government agencies should take more daring and effective action. Opening exclusive subdivision gates? Not a bad idea, and something we should explore, regardless of EDSA rehab. Suspended now for a time, di ba? Reducing private cars on EDSA and expanding dedicated public transport lanes even for modern jeeps? Tama yan. The admittedly imperfect yet progressive EDSA carousel is a good start. We should refine it and expand it. More dedicated lanes, even nga for modern jeeps, and reliable terminals would drastically improve the commuting experience of our kababayans and also ensure the bankability of the PUV modernization project. Friends, there are many good and powerful ideas surrounding the PUV modernization program. But this should be matched by strong will and decisive measures on the part of government. We in the Senate are working with the DOTR, the LTFRB, and the other government agencies to ensure that slowly but surely the PUVMP achieves its goals. At present, we are studying the possibility of new legislation to solidify the PUVMP framework. And gawin na nating batas. And to clarify that extension of consolidation is a temporary, and just that, temporary, allowance for unconsolidated units. Mga kaibigan, the PUV modernization program is a challenging endeavor. But one thing is clear to me. Pagdating sa PUV modernization, wala nang atrasan, wala nang reverse, at dapat na tayong kumilos. The majority of our operators have done their part. That is why government should do its part too and ensure the PUVEMP success and continuity. Hindi tayo dapat matatakot na harapin at pagsikapan ang mas magandang bukas para sa sektor transportasyon. Together, let us work to make the PUVMP the success story it was meant to be. Para sa bayan, para sa maayos at makabagong biyahe. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay kayo.